How does God turn tragedy into good? We don't always know the ways that he does that. God's ways are past finding out. Whenever we look at God and try to say, this is how he does everything that he does, we will hit a dead end very quickly. Romans chapter 11, the end of the chapter says God's ways are past finding out. But in the overall way of looking at things, Romans 8 and verse 28 does say that all things work together for good for those who love God, for those who are the called according to his purpose. God, throughout history, has caused bad things to work out for good. And we're talking about captivities in the Old Testament that brought about change for good. We're talking about adversity in people's lives. The life of Joseph, for example, he went through tremendous adversity that he did not bring upon himself. And those things worked to bring about not only elevating him in Egypt, but also saving the people of Israel during a time of famine. The reason that these stories are in the Bible, these true stories, is because they teach us that God works through negative things, adversity, to bring about positive things in our life. When you have everything kind of going your way and nothing negative is going on, are you as close to God as you are when you are in the valley of suffering, when you are concerned about the state of the world or what's going to happen? Well, it's obvious that we are closer to God when things are of a more uncertain nature. So the negative things of life can bring home the fact that we are to know God and to be dependent upon God. God did not create us, and God has not called us to be happy. Nothing wrong with being happy, but Jesus didn't die so that we would be happy. He died so that we would be saved. And what God is interested in is not, people say, well, God just wants me to be happy when they talk about committing some sin or doing something that God doesn't want them to do. No, God doesn't just want you to be happy. God wants you to be holy. And what he's trying to do is not to give you temporary happiness, but to get you home to heaven, where you can live with him and be with him forever. And all things will work together for that reason, if we will listen to God and depend on him and stay with him and trust him no matter how bad things get here in this life.